All right, hey guys, welcome to another edition of Ego on Break. Again, it's Jay and Logan, and we're going to continue talking about our early careers. The last episode, we had just got to where you became Logan Creed, and I don't think we touched on how I became the white nerdy character. So we kind of pick up there and kind of wrap up our.
You need to tell who that's based off of, kind of.
Yeah, just the
from Mad TV. What it
no.
Oh,
that was a totally different character. That was Clarence. But yeah, the character he's talking about was just an idea. Mad TV, or Saturday Night Live, which one I think was Mad TV.
Mad TV. Mm-hmm.
They had Stewart, and Stewart was basically a life-size kid, I guess you would say, or a toddler maybe. Yeah. Very feminine, so to speak. Cause,
he kind of like a 2-year-old that didn't want to do something.
Yeah.
You know,
so
not really.
The whole thing would be like, he had his mother with him or whatever, so she'd be like, yeah, like, now Stuart, don't you do that or whatever. Be like, no, I don't wanna. Mm-hmm. So I had the idea to do Clarence, and basically just rip that off. So I'd have a mother figure or whatever would come out and be like, no, I don't want to fight. I don't want to get in the ring. Look what I can do. So it was just a complete, utterly rip off of that character. And we haven't seen it yet, but we may see that down the road.
Since in practice a bunch of times.
Since you reminded me of it.
Get you a Judy chop.
Yeah. Judy chop. So yeah, that's pretty funny. But the white nerdy characters, Linwood Andrews, it was basically the Fair Front brought the song to me and said, hey, you should do something like this.
Wasn't it Weird Al?
Weird Al, yeah. On the CD it was like straight out of Linwood or whatever, so that's where Linwood came from. Andrews had been referring as Robert Andrews, so Linwood Andrews. Just kind of played off of that. And from there, I actually went into managing as R.L. Andrews, which was Robert Linwood Andrews. So just to kind of tie everything together so it all made sense.
Okay.
So I guess first name referee, middle name wrestler, initials manager. I don't know.
There you go.
But so we did that, and the character got over pretty good. I mean, it was a mix of just tripping, falling, digging in my nose, walking around toilet paper, hanging out my pants, whatever. Anything I could do. Yeah, anything I could do to kind of entertain myself. If I watched an indie and they had a guy on there that was funny or something, a comedy spot, I'd steal that. I know I used to snapmare people, roll them all the way over on all fours, ride them like a horse. So that was pretty funny. I'd bite people, make them run around the ring or whatever. I'd do a dive but fall through the ropes and get tangled up. I'd go to get into the ropes, trip falling in, digging my nose, chase the referee around or whatever, pull my shoe off. I still do the shoe thing a lot.
Yeah. Broke that lady's collarbone.
Yeah, double axe handle of doom. Broke collarbones. It's great. So that's a story for another time.
Yeah, no kidding.
But the Linwood just kind of came just as a joke, man. It was something I could do, being relatively inexperienced in wrestling. It wasn't a lot of wrestling involved as much as it was character and storytelling and making an ass out of yourself, so to speak.
But later on, you did wrestle with a character.
Yeah. I mean, he essentially kind of morphed into like a Eugene type character where he would copy and do things, and I might have stole that from Eugene. So
never worked.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
At first, you were mute. Remember when you come into Mike's promotion, you walk in literally smelling people.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that I was a mute. It's just I was a big fan of Delirious's promos. So when I did, they was like, "Hey, you need to talk." I couldn't. I didn't know how to cut a promo or whatever. So
I just remember you couldn't.
So yeah, I'd like smell you or just stare at you, and then like, aren't you gonna say something? I'd be like, yabba dabba dabba dabba. If you're a big fan of Oblivion and Pro Wrestling Ego now, he kind of takes some of that.
Yeah, a little bit.
That promo ability from myself, which we took from Delirious. Yeah. So, yeah, eventually I learned how to talk, I guess when I went to school or something, I don't know. Horrible storytelling on our part, But yeah, that was
Well, the character appeared in what, at least Battle Zone.
7 or 8 promotions.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
what I'm saying. Last time you did it was what?
TWE.
TWE, is that right? Okay.
Yep, TWE, Total Wrestling Explosion.
Might have to bring him back once more.
Probably
officially
not.
retire.
Probably not. I have a version of the character I'm working on. If I ever get some money where I can buy the stuff that I need to have, I'd like to do that. That kind of be that final stage of my career is under this mask. It's a mask character, so you know,
The
is what it is.
evolution of Linwood.
Yeah, but you won't know it's me. Oh, I mean, you will know it's me.
I'll know, but they won't. Gotcha.
But no, they'll know. They'll know who it is, but it won't be that name. So, yeah. So
Gotcha.
we did that. That was in Vicksburg, the Linwood. That's kind of where it was born, and it evolved over time at Battle Zone. And like I said, I think the biggest thing I done with it was the hardcore thing, and then the thing with Calvin winning the tag titles. So Linwood was kind of my permanent character at Battle Zone until I left. You know, I left for a while, 3 or 4 years, came back
Sounds
as
familiar.
part of the Fanatics.
Mm.
So at that time, I done away with the Linwood. So
That's true.
all right, we left off with you on becoming Logan Creed.
Mm-hmm.
You have any memories of just those first, few times or first year or whatever as being Logan Creed?
It was more or less figuring out the character. And what I wanted to do, I did talk, but I didn't use my voice. And I changed it up, you know.
Give us a sample.
I can't.
Yes,
How the
you
hell I
can.
did it? Be
It's
honest with
high, Think Mankind
you.
meets.
Yeah.
Come on, they want to see.
I'm trying to remember what. Honestly, I ain't did it in years. I never had to.
Well,
After that, I just changed it.
just think. Okay, if I was going to do it, advertise life in a headlock. They want to hear it.
I'm trying to remember what I did.
Well,
I just got. I don't even remember.
Create a new one. We want to hear. We want to hear a non you voice.
A non-new, huh?
Yeah, you said you didn't use your voice, so
Well, I just changed it. It
Well,
went
let's-
up and.
come on.
pitch.
They waiting.
What's wrong? You know?
No, he's playing. He's gonna do it.
All I remember is I'm trying to remember how I did do it. I was God. Don't remember. I did it in years.
We'll just come up with something new.
All right.
I did. I don't wanna.
Well, you ripped off a character though. I didn't rip off nobody. I just changed my voice. I did on cue, and I ain't did it in years.
Q.
It was more or less. I'm trying to think. This is life in a headlock. I'm Mississippi Batman, Logan Creed. There you go.
Yay! See,
I
that
was
wasn't
trying to
hard.
remember. I know. I just hell. I still ain't right.
It
Be honest
doesn't
with you.
matter. It's still funny. So that's great. So yeah. So just basically trying to figure out who he was and that kind of thing.
I mean, like,
Did you do
why'd have the
anything
chicken?
special?
I was special, but probably my
Was,
favorite
is,
match
still is.
that I did was with Justin Matthews for the television championship.
Chicken on pole.
Actually no, this was actually for the belt for
Okay.
when he had the television title, and we were trying to make it mean something. You remember when
Yeah.
we were doing that? And
Yeah. Walking
kept
off and that
doing,
kind of thing. The regal thing.
No, it was time limit draws every time.
Okay.
I remember because it was a 10-minute time limit.
I got you.
And every time I'd get to the 10 minutes and I'd have him fisting the tap and ding, 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 ding.
Don't you hate when that happens?
And he did it with Calhoun and a couple other guys. So we eventually made it. Tim Hendricks was the,
Commissioner? General manager?
commissioner, whatever, that
Matchmaker?
role. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he comes out and he goes, we're going to make it 15 minutes and see if you can last that long. And I did the bull rope where he couldn't escape and run away and won the belt.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I guess, like I say, with the Linwood thing, the white nerdy or whatever, is just the stuff with O'Malley and then the stuff with Calvin, whatever stuff that was. I don't really remember a whole lot about that time. And then from there,
Well, you know who I dropped the belt to?
no, I don't.
Lucas.
Lucas.
Come in and he had the whole Raven look too.
Yeah.
And I guess Lucas thought I was younger than what I was. He goes, "Don't pick me up. I'm an old man." He goes, I think he was 38 at the time, and I said, "I'm the same age as you are. Really, you look younger than I." And they said, "Well, make him look good," and I did.
It was the mask.
And I
I'm
wrestled
sure.
him like 3 times, and I dropped the belt to him.
This is coming from Lucas, who still looks 20.
Yeah, even with a beard.
I'm an old man. I'm 20 years old.
Even with a beard, he looks younger than us.
It's my Lucas impression. I'm an old man.
But they told me, they said, put him over at the end, and I'm like, okay, I will. And
Put him over the top.
yeah, well, you know, he beat me, super kick, whatever. And you're like, what are you gonna do? I said, I'll handle it. I'll do it. He'll get over. And we shook hands and left it like that because it was face to face.
Shaking
And
hands
then,
always works.
Ron Horn broke his hand like 2 matches later, and the belt went to crap because everything went down the toilet that we built up.
Well, you know, sometimes bones break.
Yeah. For the smart people, if you're taking a chair shot, do this.
Yeah, something like that. How'd you leave Battlezone?
Don't remember.
Me neither. I know how I left.
I mean, it wasn't
They hated
good.
me.
To be honest with you, it wasn't good.
Yeah, they hated me. See, I had this
well,
idea to run a promotion.
I mean, I'm trying not to stir anything up.
2
but
towns over.
I
Hey,
guess-
Tim.
Well, go ahead and tell it.
So,
There's no point. Everybody knows.
Yeah, so I mean, it was just essentially, you know, I found this building. Hey, it'd be a cool building for Battlezone because I can't remember if they had taken over yet or not, but they were in the process or had talked about it.
No, they took over.
I know we had looked at a building in Morton one time before, but I found a building in Puckett like 2 towns over.
Does it now have 4 walls?
Huh?
Did that one have 4 walls?
Yeah. So some of the buildings I looked at had potential, but they wasn't really buildings.
Fucking fire hazards.
I was looking at my budget, which was broke.
No money.
So, but yeah, found a building.
Half.
Half the roof was caved in from the hurricane, and I was like, "Look, man, this will be perfect," you know. And I was like, "I'd love to run some shows out of it, you know, 3 or 4 shows to see if I could do it," because I never really wanted to be a wrestler, you know. That's just not what I want to do. So from there, just got, you know, he said, she said, and a bunch of bull crap. And eventually we started ICWA Independent Championship Wrestling All-Stars. Long name.
Honestly, did that last over a year?
You know, maybe. I know it morphed in. I think maybe it lasted a year, but in that time period we tried to piggyback off MCW because they had TV.
But that didn't last long at all.
No, it just never got pushed. They never pushed it on TV or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and then it essentially just morphed into School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
But I can remember, you know, like I said, we talked about, you know, Jake the Snake Roberts versus Justin Matthews, and the 27-second classic that was. I'm gonna throw a punch, you duck, kick me in the gut, DDT. So
I'm gonna cuss out the crowd.
yeah, I'm gonna cuss the crowd out and stuff like that. So thanks, Jake.
Now he's risen or resurrected,
Yeah,
whatever.
he's done something. We're ripping people off, probably, allegedly, possibly, maybe,
I don't know.
hearsay,
I'm just
rumor,
telling you
in
what
a
the title of his DVD
in a straight to home video classic.
There you go.
But no, in all honesty, he gave us. We had the Jake with demons, and got Jake with demons, allegedly demons, and we got screwed. Yeah, more or less.
Well, you made money off of it.
Made
so
money,
in the end,
absolutely, but
You got your money.
a bad taste in people's mouth. You know,
it wasn't good for the fans.
if you saw that Jake, you'll never want to see another Jake. You know,
Mhm.
you wouldn't want to meet him again. But from there, you know, I mean, we had good shows, but we never could get that momentum back. And I don't know if it was that Jake doing his thing, you know, that pissed a lot of people off.
Well, I thought it was also you were trying to figure out what the hell you were doing. There was no
Right.
story.
I had no clue.
There were no rhyme or
I'll be
reason
the
to the
first guy to
matches.
tell you, like, playing wrestling promoter at home and doing it's two different things.
Because there was no rhyme or
So,
reason for what you were doing 80% of the time.
Right, I ran it as like spot shows.
Yeah.
You know, in my head, like, oh, this would be a good match, this would be good, that would be cool, this would be good, and went from there. You know,
Yeah. I mean, that's legit, you know.
and I still find myself doing that from time to time. You know, writing stories is harder than you think it is. It's easier to play armchair, you know, booker.
Plus, also,
but
like, you don't book like you used to. Like, you would have shows every 2 weeks.
Right.
And
now it's whenever I can get them.
now,
Yeah.
because School of Hard Knocks, we had a storyline that pretty
Yeah.
much lived on through the whole time we did
Right.
School of Hard Knocks.
Absolutely. It's just one of those things where once you stop running on a regular basis, it's hard to keep up.
Yeah,
You know?
especially from town to town.
Right. But yeah, I mean, there was good stuff. I mean, there was a lot of guys that got to wrestle that probably shouldn't have wrestled, but got to.
Use what you know.
Absolutely. Use what you can afford, you know. but you know, from time to time, it wasn't unheard of to have a couple hundred people there.
I know the
Yeah.
midgets, cages.
Yeah.
That's going to be the good.
Anytime we kind
draws
of
was
did
midgets
like
and
gimmicks or
cages.
something, you know, even when we brought jazz in, I think it was 100 or
A
so.
couple, yeah.
We had the guy and the girl from Canada.
Yeah.
Um,
We were supposed to have Aeon Flex, and he no-showed us.
Yep. What was her name? Portia Perez. Had Portia
yeah.
Perez. So
Mhm.
and
Boyfriend, maybe, was it?
Zach. What's
Yeah,
the
don't give me the line now.
Zach Storm?
Maybe. It was Zach
No.
something, I don't remember what. But him and Enix had a
Zach
really
Wild?
good match.
Zach Storm.
Something.
Zach something. Sorry, Zach. Not Zach Morris for sure.
No.
But yeah, had them from Canada, so that was kind of cool. And like I said, midgets, cages, all that. Drew. We got a little bit of publicity. We had the news come by a couple times. Did some stories on us, that kind of thing, because they're like wrestling in Rankin County. Newspaper did some stories, so that was really cool.
Didn't you even rent the building out one time and there was a horror movie made there or something?
No, it was some guys came in and did a music video.
Music video.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
we was part of a music video with School of Hard Knocks too, remember?
Right, that's what I'm talking about. It was the same
okay.
time. We did Redneck Trucker, maybe? Yeah.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Pretty sure it was Redneck Trucker. Came in and like one of them was dressed like Hacksaw, and one of them was Jimmy Hart, one was Ric Flair, one
Yeah.
was Andre or whatever.
Like we tried to show them a simple way to take
Yeah.
bumps and stuff.
Yep.
I remember that.
So we did some death and metal music wrestling
yeah, mine
events.
and D-Man's matches in there when we beat the everything.
I think we called it hot dogs and headlocks or something like that. And so, but those were really cool. We did real good with those. The metal concerts with wrestling. Something about drunk guys liking to see hardcore stuff was great.
Because you would do a wrestling show and then a concert behind it if possible.
Yep.
That's just like you ripped WCW off on
They ripped me off.
that. Okay, even though they never heard of Puckett.
Yeah, well, you don't know that. I mean,
Pretty positive. I'd never heard of Puckett. I live in Mississippi. What you talking about?
well, that's because you think driving 3 miles down the road is getting way out of
Yeah,
town.
it is for me.
You mean I gotta go down there? It's like 4 minutes down the road.
I don't care. I don't
So-
drive much.
Yeah, a lot of fun times in Puckett.
Yeah, it was.
So, a lot
was
of
just-
learning experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to figure stuff out. You know what the hell you were doing.
Right.
Nobody teach us.
It was on the
Like,
job training.
We started throwing ideas at Battlezone that we'd seen on TV because we were so tired of the freaking
same
Dusty
thing.
Rhodes finish every time you turned around at Battlezone, and it was. And I mean,
Dusty was there.
whatever the damn finish where you knock out the ref, here comes another one. You get the pin and they DQ it because the other ref got knocked out, and that
It's a great
happened
finish if
over
it's
and
not
over
3
and
times a show.
over and
you know.
over.
It's not a knock. I think they were doing the same thing we were doing. They were throwing stuff at the wall, see what works. If it works, we do it
Yeah.
again. So it's not a knock for sure. They were scrapping just like we were.
I know, but it was just like that one finish, man. It would
Yeah.
end the show, and I know that's part of what killed the crowd because I was listening to Cornette earlier, and he's like, "You could do the Dusty finish." He goes, "But once like every 5 years,
Yeah.
not every week,
Um,
or somebody runs in."
thinking of just finishes. What's your
Original?
opinion on? No, what's your opinion on? I'm gonna say being out wrestled. Does that make sense? Where it's some type of roll up, like you're going at it, going at it,
damn
going at it.
schoolboy.
What anything? Schoolboy, sunset flip.
If it didn't every week, I'm fine with it. But damn, some people just don't want to take the finish, and I'll get the schoolboy and he put his feet on the ropes, and we got hit with the brass knuckles, and around driving the car, and then he rode me back in the ring.
As a fan, what
I hate
makes
it.
you mad? Like-
schoolboy bullcrap finish.
No, I'm like, okay, if the heel comes in and he just, I'm hitting my finish, there's nothing dirty, I just beat him because I wanted to. Does
Sometimes
that make
a
you
bad
hate
guy
him?
just freaking wins. That's real life.
Yeah, I guess so.
Real life is good guys don't always freaking win. I've seen many bullies beat the ever-loving crap out of nice people.
But
It's
when
just true.
But when the
I
nice
mean,
guy came and stood up to him, it was
cool to see it, but eventually got the crap kicked out of him. It made you had more respect for the guy that at least tried. I hate to see the freaking foot on rope finish. God, it pisses me off. I'm sorry, but I hate it.
I love it.
And I hate a schoolboy finish. I mean, because WWE uses it more than anybody. I'm like, hell, that must be that guy's finish. He's used it 5 weeks in a
Well, it
row.
was my finish for a while.
I believe that with
It was
you,
the,
but on TV,
It was the albino driver 99.
2017.
No, I stole it from I steal everything. It was not valuable stuff, just stuff you put out there for free. What was the guy's?
And I even say it's got.
There's a guy from Florida, indie guy, and that was his finish. The albino driver 99.
Was that the guy that was like number 500 one year?
Possibly.
I think it was.
Maybe that's where
I think that's
at.
where we was talking about it.
I was like, hey, that works. Like, if you're gonna do the schoolboy, at least make it your own, you know. So.
But I like it back in the day
That's how I
where
made it his.
you didn't have to hit your finish to win. You could just hit a regular DDT in 1, 2, 3. There was many people that wasn't their finish, but they'd hit it and they'd win.
I agree, but back in the day, you would lose to a hammerlock. You know, I mean,
Well,
now
I
hammerlocks
remember,
are transitions.
There was a match in 10 days, Samoa Joe versus Scott Steiner. Everybody knows Steiner's got pretty bad back. So I didn't figure Scott was going to take Joe's finish. I didn't think he was capable. You know what I mean? I didn't think he had the flexibility. So he beat him with a power slam. It was a great match, and I thought the finish worked for what it was.
Well,
But the crowd crapped all over it.
I like that concept just based on the fact that, you know, all you need is got to be stunned for 3 seconds. And if I give you a brain buster off the top rope, you should at least be stunned for 3 seconds. You know, so I get your point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think if you're that guy that you don't really rely on the big power moves and you're a wrestler, then I think if you catch a guy in a schoolboy or in an inside trade, or
sometimes, but not every damn week, dude.
like if Kurt Angle never beat anybody with an ankle lock, and if he only beat people with, pins, like, the roll-ups, it'd make all the sense in the world.
But he's a wrestler.
Because he's a wrestler.
Yeah.
Tim Donston, Chikara, when he was in Chikara. That was his thing. He was a wrestler. If he hooked you, you shouldn't have been able to get away,
But it just becomes obvious sometimes somebody didn't want to take the finish, and it's going to be a schoolboy or a small package.
I think I'd almost rather take a finish.
I would. Makes you look better, makes them look better.
Because, like, you might have beat me, but you had to bring your best, not you got lucky and rolled me up,
Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago.
I like a schoolboy if it's out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like,
fine.
I just saw a match. It was in USWA in Florida. There's the Boot Boys. Boot Boys, Boots to Brains, all that good stuff. They wrestled TNT, which is Terrence and Terrell. They're Devon Dudley's kids.
Okay.
They hit.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, they hit Chuck with a 3D, and either he rolled out or something happened. He ended up outside. They both went to look at him, and they were kind of back to back. Like one guy's looking at the other guy's back. Bubba pushed him into the other guy, so bam, rolls him up. Wasn't really expecting it because
I understand that.
You were thinking, well, they just hit the 3D, so at worst case they're probably gonna hit Bubba with something. I was almost expecting like the was up or something, and when I'm like, but push him, like I'm hollering at the screen, push him, and
no, like I said, I don't really have a problem with small package or schoolboy. It's just I don't want to see it too.
Every match.
They did it 3 matches in a row on Raw like 3-4 weeks ago, and I'm like, why would y'all do that? Who booked this shit? Sorry, but it really bothers me because I know these are professionals and they ought to be like, do a Maha Australia cradle, do a inside cradle, do a small package, change it up. I guess schoolboy's simple, but still.
Off the shoulders?
Victory roll.
Victory roll. Couldn't remember the name of that. But he wanted to say electric chair. But
electric chair's where you fall backwards. Yeah. But there's so many versions of it you can do it, but damn, we got the schoolboy every time.
So, this has been Early Years Part 4 with a little ranting.
Well, sorry, but it's just, you asked my opinion, I'll give it to you.
So we're going to wrap it up here with a rant.
Squeal like a girl, too. So.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, exactly.
So, any Life in Headlocks coming out?
No, I'm doing In the Vault right now because I'm out of Life in Headlocks, but 2 weeks we'll have some more.
Awesome. All right, so look forward to Live in a Headlock. Check out all the In the Vault episodes, especially that Jay Andrews episode. If you spread that around and get 10 people to watch it, like it, share it, spread it to some other folks, I'll say hey to you.
Subscribe
on YouTube.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe and spread the Jay Andrews because we want to have that to be the most viewed life in a headlock,
I
and
think it still is.
right now we're winning. So
you and Lucas.
if you do that and you go to Walmart, buy some cereal, look inside, there'll be something sweet in there, guaranteed. But you have to do it. If not, it's going to be empty. The cereal with no cereal. So till next time, this has been Ego on Break, Jay and Logan's Wrestling Adventures. I think they're coming to get the Madman, so we're going to hit pause, and we're going to outrun the cops. Later.